Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anitha. Let me go ahead and introduce the speaker who is going to be presenting a milestone speech in her Toastmasters journey. So, Toastmaster Shweta Priyadarshini is a leadership trainer and facilitator. She helps people navigate life with clarity, loves reading books. And here she is at a very big milestone moment in her Toastmasters journey, about to give her distinguished Toastmaster speech, which is speech number 1. So we have Toastmaster Shweta Priyadarshini. When leadership finds you, when leadership finds you, Toastmaster Shweta Priyadarshini, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. I just want to do an audio check. I'm audible
Yes.
clearly.
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, dear Toastmasters and the attending guests, if there are any. Let me start with a question. How many of you have ever led a project where none of the members you worked with actually reported to you? How many? Quite a few hands, I would guess. Now, let me make it harder. How do you feel, or how do you lead people who are volunteers, who have jobs, families, commitments, and absolutely no obligation to say yes to you? That was the question I didn't know I was going to answer when I chose my distinguished Toastmaster project. My project was to plan and lead 2 consecutive club speech contests, one on 13 December 2025 and the other on 10th January 2026. On paper, it sounds like an event management. For me, it became a project in volunteer leadership. Before I tell you what happened, I want to take you back where it started. Our club was entering the contest season. At that point, our president had stepped back from active responsibilities because of personal commitments. Our vice president membership had recently got married and had limited availability. Nobody had done anything wrong. Life had simply happened. But the contest still had to happen. As the Vice President Education, I found myself coordinating the moving parts. That was my first leadership decision. I could have looked at the situation and said, there aren't enough people. Or I could have asked, what do I need to build so that this can work? I chose the second question. I started with the purpose, not the position. What did I want to achieve with these contests? Of course, we had to conduct the contest according to Toastmasters guidelines, but that was not enough for me. I wanted contestants to feel that they had entered a supportive competition, not a stressful administrative exercise. I wanted volunteers to know exactly what was expected of them. And more importantly, I wanted new members to see the contest not as something intimidating, but as an opportunity to participate and grow. So my project had 3 broader goals: conduct the contest well, build and coordinate the volunteer team, and create an experience that benefited the club beyond simply declaring winners. After the purpose came the part I knew would determine whether this plan worked. For the December contest, the team included 7 role takers: Maruti as contest chair cum contest master, Nandini as chief judge, Roshan and Prashant as sergeant at arms, Nirmal and Ruby as timers, and Toastmaster Sumana as ballet counters. For the January contest, I took the role of contest chair. Harsha was chief judge. Maruti and Ruby supported as sergeant at arms. Shanmuga and Reena handled timing. Bashri took care of ballet counting. Across the two contests, I was coordinating 12 people across different responsibilities, many of whom were also managing their own work and personal commitments. That brought me to an important principle. I was not looking for people to fill boxes on an organization chart. I was looking for people I could trust with specific responsibilities. Because when you are leading volunteers, assigning a role is easy. Creating ownership is harder. So, how was I going to manage the project? I broke it into few practical stages. First, confirm the contest dates and requirements. Second, identify and confirm the contest officials. Third, clarify every role and responsibility. Fourth, coordinate logistics, including venue, communication, and contest materials. Next, monitor risks and deal with the changes before they affected the contest. And finally, review what we learned so the second contest could benefit from the first. All this sounded simple, but I deliberately identified 4 risks: volunteer availability, venue availability, and as we experience, last minute withdrawal of the officials. And getting members, especially newer members, to participate. I could not control all 4 of the risks. However, I could prepare for them. That distinction became important. I also had a very simple definition of success. Not just did we conduct the contest? My question was, did we have the right set of people? Did everyone understand their responsibility? Were the contestants treated fairly? Did the volunteers feel supported? And could we respond to an unexpected problem without the whole project falling apart? Because I wanted a team that could hold the project together. And that brings me to the most interesting part. When I looked at the plan, I was actually very impressed. Dates were fixed, roles were being filled, responsibility clarified, team was coming together. So I thought I had done the hardest part. I had a plan. What I hadn't yet learned was that a plan doesn't prove your leadership. What you do when the plan is challenged, that's where leadership begins. And my first challenge arrived 2 days before the December contest. Our confirmed venue called and informed that they had their own function and so could not accommodate us as planned. Suddenly, one of the risks I had written on paper became real. What happened next and how the team responded is where this project truly became a leadership experience. And that is for my next speech. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta, for that beautiful speech about your leadership journey, your DTM project, and how the plan was in place and how it's going to unfold. We really want to know. And for that, we will definitely have to wait for your second speech, and all the very best for your journey ahead. May I request the timer to give the time taken for the speech?
Yeah, it's 8 minutes.
All right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Divya.